What is up, guys? It's H Factor, and it is finally time to get around to Doki Doki Summertime. I promised I would play this mod about a week ago, probably more so at this point, and I ran into a roadblock with this because my editing software decided to take a shit on me. And if you want to read more about that, go over to my DDLC Amino profile, which I'll link in the description. But yeah, basically I went through hell trying to get my editing software trying to work. But we're done with that now. We're here. I'm ready for some summertime. I hope you are. Because we're just going to dive right in. I'm sick of waiting. Hey! So this is just the normal start of the game. Not what I was expecting. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. The kind of friend you never see yourself making, but it just kind of works because you've known each other for so long. Definitely. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more, and I would get tired of waiting. But if she's going to chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. I just side idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. So this just looks like the normal game. Not quite what I was expecting, but I overslept again. Yes, you did. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Maybe, maybe not. That's mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Oh, fine. But you did wait for me, after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. You're not wrong. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Ben, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? Told you already, I'm not really interested. Haven't been really looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did. Yep. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I know. And I know you're happy, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll give it some thought if it makes you happy. No promises. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? I guess I can promise you that. Yay! I don't know. Why do you? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Yep. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Told her already I'm not interested in joining any. Hello? Oh, hey you. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. You're the only person in the room, yep. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Are you now? If it's gonna make you late for your own club. I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? You could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. She's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. You're probably not wrong. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she was inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is non-existent compared to that. Didn't I already say I'm not interested in joining a club? Come on, please. Why do you care so much? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. Yeah, this is just a normal game. What's going on? This is not what I was expecting. I wonder if that's actually how this starts, or if this thing's working right. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Yeah, like all the UI is changed, but this is still just the normal game. Ha! Either way, it doesn't matter. Sayori, you're trying to bribe me with food somebody else made. Don't you see anything wrong with that? Well, I told you already, I'll think about it. Until then, I'm not interested, sorry. Okay. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that's where this deviates from the original game. There we go, so that's why we did it. Yep, I just didn't realize that's how we were going to start this off. So that was kind of the prologue to this mod. One player team presents. You're alright then. Yeah, here we go. Because yeah, the premise I read is that this takes place after, you said no, you didn't want to be part of the club. I just didn't think there'd be a scene for that. That surprised me. I was not expecting that. The bus leaves me behind just as I arrive at the bus stop. Not again! Guess I wasn't appealing enough to the bus driver with this plastic shopping bag at my side. At least the weather's pleasant today. Couldn't bear to just sit here for another 15 minutes of some of the heat waves we've had last year. Oh yeah, heat waves suck, dude. I hate summer for that. I remember when I was a kid, I didn't even care when my parents warned me about the heat. One time they practically sprayed me down with a garden hose. Jeez. Wasn't even that upset since we were having so much fun with Sayori. Come to think of it, I haven't seen much of her since last year. There's probably a reason for that. Not even on the way to school, ever since she started oversleeping regularly. It isn't my responsibility to get her to school on time, right? Jeez, that's one way of looking at it. I'm sure she was doing fine with the club activities she got involved in. What was it again? The literature club? Something related to books? Not really my thing. Maybe some manga now and then, but that probably wouldn't be considered proper literature. Oh, you'd be surprised. Games. Now that is my thing. Can't wait to get home. Ben? That's an oddly familiar voice. But who does it belong to? Oh, hey you. Hey, Sayori. I haven't seen you in a while. Sorry if I bothered you. No, your timing couldn't have been more perfect. I have nothing better to do right now. I'm just waiting for the next bus to get home. Oh, I see. Hey, you! So, you brought Monica with you. Yeah, hi. We haven't talked much before, but I immediately recognize Monica. She's one of the popular girls in school. Smart, beautiful, athletic, you know the drill. The kind of girl that chumps like me are too scared to talk to. You know each other already? Not fair! I wanted to introduce you too. Not necessary. That's alright, Sayori. We had a class together in the past. So where are you two off to? We're going swimming! Monica said they have a discount on tickets for students and invited me to join her. You've got to grab the opportunities life gives you. Yep, you're not wrong. Just because we don't have to go to school doesn't mean we should stay indoors all the time. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's kind of boring just sitting inside all the time. That's why I try to get out more. Yep, you're not wrong. It's gonna be so much fun. That sounds great, Monica. Hey, Ben, what about you? Me? Yeah, what are you doing today? Nothing really, I think was the plan. I glance at Monica and hesitate to blurt out some vague nonsense. Well, I haven't really made up my mind yet. Really? Well, I was just thinking, you know... She seems a bit flustered. Oh, take a hint, buddy. Here we go. Yeah, that. You mean swimming? I'm not really a good swimmer. That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We're just going there to have fun and enjoy the sun. Exactly. Dude, it's summer. Just do it. Well, alright. I'll meet you there. First, I need to get home and get geared up. Do you know the way? Oh, brother. I forgot about that. Not exactly. Monica tells me how to get to the entrance. I write it down to make sure I won't get lost. They wave goodbye just as I see my bus arriving, with Sayori being her usual cheerful self and Monica sweetly smiling at me. See you there. I get lost in my thoughts. This is really something. I didn't expect to get invited by two girls like this. Yeah, it really came out of nowhere, didn't it? I guess I owe my thanks to Sayori for stopping to talk to me. This isn't like when she tried to get me involved in the club. Attempting to bribe me with food and make me feel guilty because of the promise she made. I don't think that's right. Sure, this is kind of out of my comfort zone too, but... Thinking about seeing Monica in a bikini. Oh my god. Of course that's the reason. Oh boy, I should have let my imagination get the better of me. Yeah, get your shit together, mate. It's just swimming. Besides, I can't even recall when's the last time I went swimming. At home, I drop off the things I bought at the store. Rummage through my drawers looking for my swim shorts. Where are they? Has it really been this long since I needed them? Yes! I've probably never been this happy to find a piece of clothing. Now I just need some sun lotion. Not in good shape anyway, and adding sunburn to that would make me as appealing as warm beer on a hot summer day. You're not wrong. You want cold. Not that I know what that's like. Sure you don't. The address Monica gave me isn't exactly in my part of the city, so probably best if I take the bus. Even if I have to wait 15 minutes again, it'd still be faster than if I ran all the way. Like, I could run all the way there. I couldn't run the distance from school to our house even if my life depended on it. I think you could. Luckily, I only had to wait a few minutes before it arrived. It's already early afternoon by the time I get to the entrance. They don't seem to care much for their presentation, since I would have easily missed it if I didn't have the address. Is that it? There are 7 people in front of me waiting to get in, but it takes all of them less than 10 minutes to get finished. Hello. Afternoon, I'd like 1 student ticket. Is there still a discount? 25% till the end of the month. Would you like to buy a monthly pass, perhaps? No, that's okay. Just to let you know, today we are closing a few hours earlier than usual because of maintenance. We're going to announce it on the PA, so you won't miss it. Too bad I couldn't get here earlier. I can only spend a couple hours with the girls. Hey, that's better than nothing, dude! Play the cards that life gives you. This place looks really good compared to the low ticket price. No kidding. I'd kill to go to a pool like that. Can't see them anywhere. I'll just go to the locker room and get changed. Yeah, you'll find them. Took me a few minutes, but I managed to find it. I didn't bring too many things. It only took me a couple of minutes to change to my shorts and put the rest of my stuff away. Better not forget the sun lotion either. Back at the pool, I'm searching for Sayori and Monica. Maybe they're just swimming and I don't recognize them in swimwear? I don't know, look for the hair. I stand next to the pool. Gah! Hi, Sayori. Hey, you. Did I scare you? No. Just a little. Come in the water. Don't worry. It's not cold. Yes, it will be. Do you know how deep it is? It's shallow on this end. It reaches under my armpits. It's really deep on the other side, though. Yeah! You got so easily. You get so easily startled, Sayori. Meanie. She's right, you know. Yeah, well, Okay, if it were me in this situation, I would just go for it. Cannonball, dude. Then I challenge you. I bet I can hold my breath for longer. Oh, is that what we're doing now? Challenge accepted. That's the spirit. It's good practice for you. What do you mean? For diving. What else? Right. Get ready. I'm coming in. That last sentence was directed more toward myself than the two of them. Not like I practiced much since then. One thing's for sure. I'm definitely not going to be proposing any swimming challenges to impress them. Not like I would be any more appealing for being confident beyond my abilities. Just hop in. Just hop in all the way and you'll get used to it quick. Yeah, dude, just do it. To my dismay, Sayori actually won that competition. I was tempted to ask for a rematch, but I figured it would make me embarrassed if it turned out that barely noticeable difference between our times was just me being lucky. Swimming a few laps almost mandatory if you're in an awesome pool like this. I wish my skills were just as awesome. Getting tired after just 2 isn't something I was proud of. As I was having a breather, I noticed the girls leaving for the snack bar. Naturally, I went to join them. Turns out even if Monica looks like quite the snack, she's not on the menu. Dude, what is wrong with you? What are you thinking? The three of us go get our drinks. Harry orders a strawberry and raspberry flavored one, while Monica and I get the exotic fruits flavor. We sit down on some lounge chairs and enjoy our drinks. After finishing my smoothie, I slump down into the chair and enjoy the warm rays of sunshine. I could probably fall asleep right now. Lord knows I would. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. So, what did you have in mind for tomorrow? We could meet Yuri and Natsuki and go somewhere together. Our last meeting was a few weeks ago, so I figured why not? A whole day together with friends? Yay! Where are we going? What are we doing? If the weather's nice, we could meet in a park. Then we could discuss what happened to each of us. Maybe even talk about some literature if the others read something new. I'm so excited! I wonder if Natsuki is gonna bake some cupcakes for our reunion. Wouldn't put it past her. You could ask her yourself, you know. I don't want her to work just because of me. I think everyone would like to have cupcakes, not just you. You're right. Sorry. Ahaha. Anyway, you could text her about it. That's a great idea. You always know what to do, Monica. Always. Kinda relieves me to hear that Sayori hasn't changed much. She's still her cheerful, simple-minded self that she's always been. I'm glad that she found friends that can appreciate her despite all of her antics. I kinda wonder what the other girls are like. Of course, I probably couldn't get myself invited to such an all-girls meetup. They probably want to... The man fell asleep, didn't he? God damn it! Through a short misunderstanding, it was established that I slept for a pretty long time on that bench. How fucking long were you asleep, dude? What'd you take a nap? Long enough that the pool place is closing shortly. You... Oh, you idiot! Since Monica already went to change, well, more like we should be going too. Sayori insisted that she wants to come home with me, which I don't mind. It's always fun messing around with her back in the day. We part ways before entering the locker rooms. Doesn't take me long to get ready, so I decide to wait for Sayori by the female locker room door. Just as I get there, someone comes out. Oh, hey, Ben. She seems surprised by my presence. Oh, hey, Monica. Thanks for inviting me today. Oh, don't mention it. I guess it's the least I can do for Sayori. Sayori? What does this have to do with her? She's almost done if you're waiting for her. I hope you had fun today, Pen. I've got to go home to get ready for tomorrow. Yeah, Oh boy. As much as that's true, that's not why we're standing here. As much as I want to, I'm waiting for Sayori. The time doesn't feel right to... It don't feel right to feel like I should be wanting to see Monica again. Don't feel right, so I'm gonna say it was a fun day. I'll just wait for Sayori. I'm glad to hear that. Take care of her, okay? I guess even Monica is concerned about Sayori being too clumsy. Well, I can't disagree. I'll catch her if she trips on her shoelaces. Untied laces. Can't shake the feeling that I might have misunderstood something. See ya, Fan. And with that, Monica storms off as suddenly as she appeared. Is she upset I didn't choose her in that situation? I promise, girly. I promise, girly. We'll figure it out. The time just doesn't feel right. You took your time. Meanie. But you did wait for me. Call me a meanie all you want, but I keep my word. Yeah. Thanks for waiting for me. It's like when we were kids and we used to go home from school together. She seems to be in a very nostalgic mood all of a sudden. Is something holding her back in the past? I don't know how to talk about this, since it might lead us up to something. It might lead us to talking about how we drifted apart. Guess so. It's not really a big deal since we still live so close. We do. Now she looks like she's about to space out. We're gonna be standing here until they close the place if we keep messing around. Come on, I think we can catch the next bus if we get there quick. Okie dokie, let's go, man. Sorry being her weird self as always. We managed to catch the bus just in time. Nice. On the bus, we sit next to each other and chat about a few things. So what are you doing this summer? I don't really have anything planned. I just go with the flow. Aw, Ben. You make me worried about you. Did you at least join a club last year? I looked at a few, but I didn't feel like taking on more responsibilities than what school requires me to do. My mentality exactly when I was in high school. It's just like, why? Besides, what are your plans this summer? Let's say I'm not sure yet. Why am I not surprised? You're always looking out for others. It's what I do best. Yes, you do. Fine, fine, but what about you? Me? If you want to get me to take more responsibility for my future, shouldn't you show me a good example? Well, there's nothing to worry about, Ben. I'm gonna be okay. No, you're not. I can tell right now. If you say so. She shoots me a wide smile. This is our stop. We arrive at her house. She slowly turns around after reaching the gate. Thanks for coming with us today, Ben. It was nice to hang out with you after all this time. It was fun because of... Why are you giving me this choice? Why are you giving me this choice? Oh my god, do you have any idea how wrong it would be to say that in front of Sayori here? Do you have any idea how wrong that would be? Oh my god. Much as Monica, you are my favorite, but it don't feel right to choose you right now. I'll pick you when the time feels right. Don't you worry. No, thank you for inviting me. It was nice to spend some time with my childhood friend. I wouldn't mind meeting some other time, too. You know, like we used to. Do you really mean that? Of course, you're fun to hang around. Why is she blushing all of a sudden? I'll see you around like a donut. See you next time. Just before getting home, I recall something. Weren't the two of them talking about having some kind of meeting tomorrow? Yes, they were. Wish I could get invited to something like that. Don't speak too soon, man. I wonder what those other girls are like. Yeah, hi, you two. If they're anywhere between Sayori and Monica, I might even have a chance. Still, I doubt that a group of girls would welcome me with open arms and start vying for my attention. That sounds unrealistic. Clever jab at the original game. I love it. Monday. Okay then. I don't remember setting an alarm. Oh, someone's calling me. It's 10 in the morning. Rise and shine, young man. Rise and shine. Morning. You just woke up, didn't you? No. I've been up since 6 a.m. and just finished with... Listen, I don't have time for jokes. Could you please buy the things I said yesterday? The shop closes before I finish work. I do it in the afternoon. Just sort it out now and you'll have the rest of the day to yourself, okay? Yeah, you're right. Be safe, sweetheart. See ya. Bye, Mom. Really not in the mood to go shopping, although I'm awake enough that I can't go back to sleep either. Yep, you're in that in-between phase where you're awake but not fully awake. Head down to the kitchen to refuel the old tank. Sweet! Found a brand new box of my favorite cereal in the cupboard. Goes in a bowl, milk on top, strictly in that order. Yep, there were a couple times as a kid where I felt really dumb because, like, for some reason I poured the milk first because I wasn't thinking, and I'm just like, oh my god, why did I do that? Very rare, though. Filled up with the essentials, sugar and liquid, I get dressed and leave the house. As I'm approaching the bus stop, I see someone sitting there, literally looking down. Oh, hey, what are you doing here? I don't remember seeing Sayori like this before. Maybe a joke would bring a smile to her face. Why'd the chicken cross the road? Huh? Ben! Hey! Her expression changes as abruptly as the face of a digital clock. Sorry, I was just spacing out. You sure you're okay? Yeah, I'm going to the park to meet my friends. It's gonna be so much fun. Probably just overthinking things. No, you're not. Wait. Yes! Yes, they are. Don't be stupid. An all-girls day, huh? I don't think of it that way. I'm sure the other girls wouldn't mind if a boy joined us. Subtle hint, subtle invitation. What about you, Ben? Is she suggesting that I join? Am I overthinking this like a lot of things that are exactly as they seem? Whatever, I'll assume the option I'd like to be true. Here goes nothing. So, you'd be fine with me joining? What? You want to meet them? Well, if you say it's so much fun, then it's worth a shot, right? Yay! I didn't even have to tell you about the cupcakes! What do you mean? On the way there, I figured that if the meeting's going to be boring, the girls aren't interested in me, I can just excuse myself anytime because I still have an errand. Yep, so you have an out. I don't think you'll need it, though. There's not many people at the park. Some are walking their dogs, others walking with a friend or partner. Finally, we take a turn at some of the trees. See 3 girls. I recognize one of them, Monica. Hey, you! Look at that smile. And there's the other 2. You have a different shirt. I like it. Sayori runs up to the other 2 girls who are facing away from us. Natsuki! Get off me, you monkey! The other 2 girls giggle at Sayori's hug attack. Monica smiles at me sincerely. Hey, you! The taller, dark-haired girl notices this and turns to look at me. Our eyes meet. She kept her gaze on me. Then suddenly turns to Sayori. Hey, Sayori, I'm glad to see you in such good spirits. I missed you girls. Today is gonna be awesome. Natsuki? Huh? Do you still have some cupcakes? Well, if you came earlier... Aww, they ate them all. Slowpoke. I just wanted to see your reaction. We put 2 on the side for you. You're the best, Natsuki. You know it. As she says that, I cautiously approach the group. Hey, everyone. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce you. Girls, this is Ben. Ben, this is Natsuki. She makes the best cupcakes ever. She eyes me with furrowed brows before speaking. Yeah, you better not have come here just for a free sample. She seems very certain that it was the food that brought me here. I was hoping for something sweet, but not edible. I didn't even know about them. Eh? Good. Sayori shuffles over to the other girl with cheerful haste. This fine lady here is Yuri. She's really smart. Sayori pats her on the shoulder as if to emphasize her qualities. At this point, I don't even know if she's trying to make us laugh or feel awkward. Yuri, I told you. Don't. She finishes her sentence under her breath, and I can't quite make out what she's saying. It's nice to meet y'all. It's nice to meet you, too. Glad to see you again, Ben. Wavering smile forms on her face as she lowers her voice at the end of her sentence. So, if not for the cupcakes, which are amazing, why'd you come here? She's really putting me on the spot here. If she wasn't so cute, I'd feel intimidated. Well, Sayori seemed excited meeting all of you, so I assumed you were a cool bunch. I think it's nice to meet new people. At this rate, I might leave out of embarrassment before they make up their minds about me. That's nice, Ben. You might be the first one to think of our club as cool. Your club? Yeah, this is kind of a friendly meetup for our members. You didn't know that? I tried to invite you during the school year. You weren't interested, so I didn't bother with it after that. You didn't mention... just shut it, dude. Just drop it. I didn't know this club. Oh my god, yeah. Just drop it. The 4 girls are still looking at me. I pause to rethink what I'm about to say. My eyes stop on Natsuki. What? I mean, I never imagined the literature club could be so much fun. Always thought of it as something a little more serious. I get where you're coming from. It was difficult to grab other students' attention during last year's festival. However, there's plenty of things we do in the club. We discuss things we read, our own writing, and group activities. Yuri likes to set the mood with some tea, and Natsuki brings her own baked delicacies to the club every now and then. You make it sound really interesting. Monica is super inspiring and a great leader. Oh, Sayori. That reminds me, weren't you part of the debate club? I was, but I got tired of all the fruitless arguments we always had. So I decided to create something I can call my own. Debates are supposed to convey ideas and feelings, which is kind of what literature is for. Also, I had an interest in writing for as long as I can remember. You could say I wanted to write my own story. Yeah, I wonder why. We didn't grow much since we started the club with Sayori, but I tried to treat everyone like they really mattered. I believe you accomplished your goal, Monica. It's inspiring to see you do so much despite all your other commitments and in and out of school. Aw, thanks. There's no need to treat me like I'm that special. I'm sure we can all achieve so much more than we thought possible if we put our minds to it. You nailed down the most important thing, Monica. That we had fun. Yes! How's everyone's summer been until now? The usual, I guess. Cooking, baking, housework. Oh, and I visited the zoo. They let me pet a lot of animals. Dolphins, turtles, owls. I even fed the monkey some bananas. Did you pet any koalas? No, they didn't let me. I guess you didn't have the proper qualifications. Oh, the pun is real. Oh, Sayori. Natsuki tries to jab Sayori with her elbow. Suddenly, Sayori jumps back, letting Nat stumble and nearly fall over. She got you twice. Get over here! Well, that escalated quickly. No kidding. We watched them run around for a while. It doesn't look like Nat actually wants to hurt her. Sayori returns out of breath. I'm gonna teach you a lesson with my bare hands. No, Natsuki, please. There has to be an odder way. Oh, the puns are so real. As Sayori's backing away from Natsuki, she trips over her shoelaces and falls. Yeah! Hey, you okay? Mm-hmm. Nat extends her hand. Come on, you know I wouldn't hurt you, dummy. She accepts the hand, and the two of them return to join our conversation. Did you do something interesting in the last few weeks, Yuri? I got to spend time with my mother, and I found a new author. His books are usually about professionals forced to face extreme circumstances in their work. The one I read is about a medic on a peacekeeping mission for the army. It starts with the medic squad helping civilians in a conflict zone. Difficulties arise when they're attacked by an unknown group. They are made to help the enemy soldiers. On that night, they experience otherworldly events, which are... Hey Yuri, do you have a TLDR version of this story? Just let her talk. No, I only read the book. Excuse me, but what is a TLDR version? It means too long didn't read, Yuri. Internet lingo. Probably means Yuri doesn't look at the internet or use the internet too much. I was just teasing you. You know I'm not interested in those kind of stories. Oh, sorry. I thought it was an acronym for some sort of analysis. Me asking for analysis? Ha! Now you're just being silly. I suppose. How about you, Ben? What kind of books do you like to read? Books? Read? I can't even recall what I read last year. I haven't read an actual book in years, but there is one book I want to get around to reading, and that is the Hunger Games prequel book that came out. Because I was into those books big time back when they were a thing. And I want to see what happens with this prequel. So, yeah. Not because of quantity, but rather the long time spent with everything else between the two things I read. I mean, the two things I read. I prefer other forms of storytelling. Like theater? Movies! Seeing everything on a big screen, right? Whatever. Prepared to disappoint. Like games. Yuri looks puzzled by my answer. They seem unenthusiastic. Monica shoots me an understanding smile, so I've got that going for me. You get it. You always get me. No wonder you weren't interested in literature. Natsuki. Manga. Oh, come on. You might be surprised, but we actually played games a couple times in the club. Remember? We played Hangman. Oh, fun. I've played that a lot with you. I didn't like that one. Only because you were bad at finding the right words. I remember I brought crosswords a few times. Was there anything else? There was that time with anagrams. Right on ski? Right on ski? Whatever, my oink. Nat pushes her on her nose to imitate a pig's nose. Please, show some decency. We could play something like that again. What do you guys think? Is she proposing this to make me feel more involved? I'm not even a part of their club. This is a lot better. This is going a lot better than I would have expected. Depends on what you had in mind. I don't want to play Hangman this time. Don't worry, I've got a great one for this occasion. You reminded me of it with that little misunderstanding of TLDR. Let's call it the acronym game. Each round we're given an acronym and everyone tries to guess what it means. After everyone's made their guesses, we vote on the one we like the most. The person who got the most votes wins. Does our answer have to be the correct meaning of the acronym? Somebody might like the official meaning, but everyone can vote on an answer they like. That actually sounds like fun! Haha, I try to do my best. As nice as that sounds, I don't want to take it personally. It's not like these girls would want to gain my favor just because I'm the only guy here. Those kinds of things only happen in cliche dating sims, right? Some little meta humor. Alright. So is this the introduction to this game's minigame? I'm gonna think of 10 acronyms and we each write down our guesses before we cast our votes. Let's get started. Yep, here we go. This is that acronym game. Guess what the acronym means. Each girl will like certain kinds of guesses. If you're uncertain of the right choices, don't be afraid to save and load. Oh no, I don't do that. We don't do that here. NIMBY. Shins mimic boisterous youngsters. Ha, Yuri liked that one. GUI, graphical user interface. Garbage unless ironic. General use ingredients. That sounds like Natsuki. Garbage unless ironic. That sounds like Natsuki. Garbage unless ironic. I don't know. Ooh. Otherworldly offer. Surprised face. Whispered opinion. BG background. Bean grater burial grounds. Pebcock. Problems exist between keyboard and chair. Pandas exist because koalas accept competition. Permanently bruised knife applied cut. Ha! Thank God it's Friday. TGIF. Big initial foreshadowing. Table grade icing fork. I'm always glad when it's Friday. VN visual novel. Viable needle, very nice. Too many ingredients, too much information. Theoretical murder investigation. Permanent arm weakness. Parents are watching. Please ask the waiter. I'm not sure which one to choose here. Forgot to move. FOMO, fear of missing out. Feed others, make offers. That doesn't really match. What do we choose here? Not sure. And that's 10 already. The game concludes and Monica announced the winner. My eyes stop on Sayori, who has an amused grin on her face. That was so much fun! I want to do it again! Sayori was laughing all throughout the game. She really enjoyed most of my guesses. Yep, I think I got like half of them for I think I got half for Sayori. I kind of missed her carefree and joyful attitude. I wasn't trying to go for Sayori, that's just what I happened to get. Even if a lot of people rolled their eyes at my attempts at humor, she appreciated me for what I'm worth. So, how did everyone like it? It was alright. I can see the creative potential in it. Monica looks at me expectantly. Ben? Oh yeah, I never played anything like this before. I liked it. Glad to hear everyone feels included. Does anyone want a round 2? I would. Yes! Maybe another time. I agree. Personally, I'd prefer talking about other topics. Aww. Cheer up, Sayori. There's always next time. Guess you're right. There's a minute of silence between us. Yuri is the one who interrupts. She brings up things related to literature and the club. Maybe it's time for me to leave before I embarrass myself with my extremely limited knowledge of the topic. Hey, Ben! Let's break bread! I mean cupcake. You can have one of them. That's a funny way to start a conversation, but how could somebody say no to something so sweet? Oh, thanks. As I take the pastry, she munches down on her own. It's delicious! Sarah talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around to my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. I look around me and see the three of them engaged in conversation. Don't know what I was expecting. I take the cupcake and eat it. Yum! So how did things go for you before summer break? She's probably referring to all the time we spent apart after she started waking up late. You know, been doing all kinds of stuff. Studying? That doesn't sound like me. I don't want to bore you with the details. There are no details. I do the same thing I've been doing for years now. Don't even remember everything I watched and played, even though I was sober the whole time. Yeah, sounds like me. What about you? You never told me much after you joined the club. Yeah, the club. It helped me a lot being in the club. Everyone's so good there. I've learned so much. Like what? Well, Monica gave us really good writing tips. Yep, Monica's writing tip of the day. We wrote our own poems, which helped me express myself in new ways. I wrote about all kinds of stuff that was on my mind. Didn't know you had a thing for writing. What all did you write about? Just simple, happy thoughts. Oh, that can't be all there is. I once wrote a poem about waking up and having breakfast. Yes, you did. That sounds like something you'd come up with. When I was a kid, I always imagined you as the kind of person who always wakes up with a smile on their face. Guess some things never change. Some things really don't, Ben. Hey, just wanted to say goodbye before I head out. That's nice of you, Ben. See you later. Okay, bye. I'm glad you visited. Would you like to go home together? I'm not going home just yet. I have some obligations to take care of. Oh, okay. Did going home together really mean that much to her? Of course it does. Don't be silly. I don't think it would be a burden to let her tag along if it means that much to her. You can come with if you'd like to look around downtown. Really? I mean, I don't want to bother you if you're doing important stuff. Oh, it's fine. Yay! I'll just say bye to everybody and we can go. Same thing yesterday and now today? Does she dislike going home alone? It's kind of boring to sit on public transport. Only strangers around, but you can use your smartphone like literally everyone else. It's nice having actual company, dude. Smartphone can only do so much for you. Besides, you could go home with one of... I'm ready, Ben. Let's go on an adventure. Easy there, partner. We're just gonna go buy some stuff. Come on, don't be so half-hearted. Otherwise, I'm gonna draw my weaponized optimism on you. Draw what on me? You don't even have anything to draw with. No, silly. I meant I'm gonna cheer you up. Life can be so much fun if you let yourself enjoy the little things. Guess it's always been the simple things with you. It always is. That's mean, Ben! Overthinking can make your life pretty miserable. What do you know about misery, Sayori? More than you think, dude. More than you think. Yeah? Well, what do you know about thinking too much? Touché. We wait a few minutes for the bus to arrive. Alright, I think since we're on my shopping trip is as straightforward as a tutorial mission. So she literally points to the item I was looking for, and I have the exact amount I need to pay. I have to give it to her. This was kind of fun. Not just that, she made my whole day so much better than I was expecting. If she didn't invite me to their meeting, I probably would be sitting at home, immersed in another world. Something not real, but feels more rewarding. I'm gonna thank her for this. Maybe I can even pay back the favor and invite her to do something cool, like we used to. Alright, just took a minute to save my recording there for my audio. We're here. You look like you could use some rest. Are you sleeping enough? Enough? That's one of my hobbies. Either she's really tired or there's something behind that forced laughter. Yes, there is. Get it through your head, buddy. I'll take option C. I can't tell. Something I wanted to tell you in the... Yeah? Thanks for inviting me to your little club meetup. It was a lot of fun. Oh, that. I didn't really invite you, but I'm glad you enjoyed hanging out with the other girls. I guess so. I think Monica's a pretty cool girl. She hates you. Are those spellings intentional? That is the most... That's gotta be a joke, right? Is disregarding grammar a sign of brushing off a topic? It's not about them, really. I enjoyed it, because I got to spend some time with you again. Yeah, if you'd like to go and have some fun on... Yeah! Didn't even say which day. I didn't even think of a day. What am I saying? Oh, sorry. Which days are you available on? I mean, it's not like you're not available. It's frickin' summer, dude. Don't know about you, but I'm free tomorrow. I'll get ready in the morning and wait for you to come over. Hold up. Didn't even tell you where we're going or what time we're... Shh. It doesn't matter. I trust you on this one. If you say so. See you tomorrow. Bye. She storms through the gates of her house as if she just found out she won the lottery. In a way, she kind of did. I shake my head with an amused smile on my face. She has the same bubbly personality that I liked her for. I'm worried how she'll handle life later on. No, I should heed her advice. I shouldn't overthink it. Glad she's so upbeat and the other members seem to like her too. I think I made an okay impression on them. Maybe I'll even get to see them another time. Maybe get to know them better. Who knows? Natsuki, who looks as cute as her cupcakes. Yuri, she's got a handful of interesting personality traits. And of course, Monica. It's completely out of my league. Maybe not as much as you think. I think. Daydreaming aside, I gotta figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow with Sayori. Tuesday. It's a brand new day. Yep, taking a jab at that mod. Not really, it's just Tuesday, but it can still be a good one. Normally I like to stop after a day, but I've still got time before work, so I'm gonna keep going. I look at my clock to check the time. It's 11 past 9, but I'm in no hurry. For making a cup of coffee, I head back to my room. Yesterday, I thought of a place I could take Sayori. I have some fond memories of the two of us roaming that part of the town. There was this one time she nearly fell in the water. What part of the town are we talking about here? I caught her, but I lost my balance and I got wet instead. That's awkward to think about. If I had to take off my shirt at this age, it'd probably make us both uncomfortable. Look through my clothes and think of what to wear for a moment. Not that I'm going out of my way to impress her, but it doesn't hurt to look decent now and then. Yeah, especially if you're going out. Dressed up, I check to see if I've got everything I need. A familiar feeling of walking down our street vanishes as I stop in front of Sayori's house. We used to visit each other all the time. She looked so happy to see me after I went away with my parents for a week or two. Even among the other kids, I never experienced anybody seeming so overjoyed to see me. Since entering each other's house was accepted between us, I just assumed she'd be fine if I came in without ringing the bell or knocking. Well, you haven't been doing that for a while, so you probably should. After entering the house, only silence greets me. I call out to her, Sayori? She's still asleep. She said she'll be ready by the time I arrive. Outside her room, I knock on the door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! No response. Ha, they're playing a joke. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she leaves me no choice. Hey, you! I knew they were playing a joke. There's no way this mod does something that dark. Sayori tackles me with such force that I nearly fall over. I can't complain. A hug from her is a welcome surprise. I was the first to let go. It looks like she's ready to go and was just waiting for this moment. Yep, she wanted to mess with you. Are you ready, Ben? Yep. I said, are you ready? I said, I'm ready. I can't hear you. I'm ready. Oh. Oh, funny. She rushes to the entrance and waits for me outside by the open door. Hey, Mr. Cow. I feel like I'm taking an excited dog for a walk. My own dog, that I'm very fond of, I should say. Where are we going? Where are we going? You'll see. All I'll say is that we've gone there before. Please tell me it's not the dentist. No, silly. Why would we go there? Because it's a place we went to together. People had soundtracks to their lives. Yours would be a list of laugh tracks. We walk through the streets of our neighborhood and our conversation trails towards our separate experiences in school this year. Did you manage to raise your grades? Last I remember, you were telling me about getting bad grades for assignments. Yep, they got better. Back then, I might have run out of time while writing some of them. But don't worry, there's a good reason for that. I leave my assignments to the last minute because the older, therefore wiser, I will be. That doesn't excuse procrastination, dummy. We're almost at the park. Race ya! Yes! It's only about 100 steps from here, but I managed to cram in some teasing before we get there. You know what you are? A running gag. Sayori is slightly panting as she crosses the imaginary finish line. I'm not a gag man. I'm a real human being. Yes, you are a precious bean. Boop. There's a wave of nostalgia washing over me as we walk into the park. So many memories of the two of us playing around here and by the river. We reach an open area of the park that's covered with bright green grass, the kind which you comfortably lie down on. This looks like the ideal place for us. Let me just whip it out, and we can pass it between the two of us. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a frisbee. Want to go first? Do I want to be first? She's offering. Why not? Yeah, I'll go first. Just don't go too hard, Ben. I don't want to lose it right away. Yep, it's perfect. The weather's perfect. There are just enough clouds to give some variety to the blue sky. A light breeze cools us down with the sun shining to keep us warm. It's almost poetic how well this combination meshes with the game I'm playing. Running after the frisbee makes my heart beat faster. Tetsuori's bright smile calms my soul like nothing else I can think of right now. As we're exchanging it between us, our eyes occasionally lock onto the others. Her eyes have a glow to them that I don't recall seeing before. Is she allergic to something? No, dude. You. We've been playing for about 15 minutes. I'm getting tired of throwing it away and decided to keep it once I have it. Aren't you gonna throw it back? Let's rest for a little bit, okay? Okay. With that, she lies down in the grass and spreads her arms beside her. Closing her eyes, she lets out an almost comedic sigh. Make yourself comfy. She's just lying there without saying a word. It feels awkward to just look over her like this, so I lie down about an arm's length away. Dear sunshine. Is she talking to me? It's not something she would say to me. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning. It makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me get out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you... She goes silent again. Was that a poem? Uh-huh, I wrote it. I recognized it. I liked it. Is that all? No. I just forgot the other half. Memory not serving you well, huh? I guess I'm remembering the other things. Do you remember how you would always grab my hand and guide us to the river? We'd spend our days making all sorts of contraptions with sticks and rocks. Yeah, I can't remember what we actually made. I remember having a ton of fun. Do you remember that one time you fell in the river? When I fell in there, I thought I was gonna die. But you came and saved me. You were literally a few steps from the shoreline. That's not the point. I felt like I could count on you. Even if I was a burden, you were there for me. Remaining choices, 2. What does remaining choices 2 mean? Oh, do I get to choose 2 of these? Is that what it means? You were there for me. This seems like the most sensible one, but I don't know if it fits the best in this scenario. What makes the most sense here? For me. Let's go with the middle one. I'm gonna go with the bottom one, actually. It's because I care about what happens to you. Just one more year and we're out of high school. Oh, so you guys are seniors. So you're seniors now. What does that make Monica, then? And what does that make Monica and Yuri, then? So I'm pretty sure they're upperclassmen, or at least they should be. It's funny how time flies by. You look away for what seems like a moment, and it's all gone. Like a jar of cookies. That's so typical, or thinking of her tummy even when talking about such a serious topic. I feel the need to bring this conversation back on track. Life isn't all fun and games, Sayori. I'm really worried about how you're going to handle life after high school. Getting okay grades and reading books isn't all you'll need. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face today. You're not wriggling yourself out of it this time. I know it's been only a few days since we started talking again, but I've been thinking about this since Sunday. I know I'm not the one to talk about taking responsibility. You seem to be way more concerned with other people's lives than your own. I'd hope your parents are giving you guidance at least, right? Sayori? Yeah, sure they do. They sometimes give me tips. Is she hiding something? Yes! Maybe it's because she never talked much about serious subjects. Not with me, at least. I did talk about these things with Monica. She's not just a great president, but a great friend. Of course she is, I know that. Yep. When I wasn't okay. Ever since that, she occasionally checks on me. She promised to keep in touch when she goes to law school. So that's what Monica wants to do? She wants to be a lawyer? Is that what we're doing? Never imagined Monica as a lawyer. How about you, Ben? I guess we could try to keep in touch after high school. Even if there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that, we can at least try. It's not like we have to meet face to face in this day and age. Eh? I was asking about your plans. Oof. It would make me happy if you tried. I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just felt natural. Didn't we first meet when you moved here when we were kids? Yeah, we saw each other when we moved in, but we didn't really meet each other until the fair. The fair! Now I remember, there used to be a summer fair that I would come into town every year. I remember, my parents took me. I was wandering around looking at the games, and I saw you there. You were crying your eyes out. I was new to town and didn't know anybody. Fair enough. Yep. I remember. So you came over and asked me why I was so sad. And when I said I didn't have any friends, you said you'd be my friend, so I wouldn't have to be sad anymore. And I wasn't. I remember. That's so sweet. Couldn't stand to see you upset. Guess I still can't. Thanks, Ben. You don't know how much that means to me. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. It is, dude. More than you know. Anytime. How about we check out the river? Like we used to. Yay! That's a non-verbal approval if I've ever heard one. We go to the riverside, just as peaceful as it was in my memories. We approach the fence. It was so hard to jump over when we were kids. I help her climb over, and I follow right behind. We stand next to the river and watch the calmly flowing water. This is actually a narrow branch of the river that runs through the city. It looks so much more shallow and narrow than when we were kids. I could probably walk through to the other side without getting my face wet. As I'm assessing the possibilities of fighting against the current, she starts messing about on some boulders near the shoreline. Better go and check on her in case she stumbles and starts drowning in 1 foot deep water. 12 steps, 13 steps, 14. We used to challenge each other and take steps and leaps from boulders to rocks and back. It was a lot more difficult back then. Even though she doesn't need to jump between them anymore, she's still pretty clumsy about it. 17! You're gonna get your shoes soaking wet if you fall in the water. I won't! How much do you want to bet she will? I literally just said that, and there she goes. What? She almost slipped on one of the rocks. Probably go and help her out. When I got close, the biggest gap is right between us. Come on, let's go somewhere less slippery. One more. 19. Yeah! I knew it. Ah! How can the water be so cold in the middle of summer? Look up and see her looking down at me, still standing on the rock with dry clothes. I'm sorry. I can tell she's making an attempt not laughing at me, but it's not working. She reaches her arm out to help me up, but I motion to her not to bother with it. Getting her wet at this point wouldn't help her. I'm fine, just go to the shore and don't fall, okay? I walk instead of trying to get back on the rocks. With these wet shoes, I could fall again and actually hurt something other than my dignity. Sayori's looking at me with a mix of pity and amusement. Just before coming out, I call out to Sayori, motioning her to come closer. Are you okay, Ben? Meanie! It's only fair to share. Sayori sticks out her tongue in response. Come on, let's go home. I don't like having my pants soaking wet. Aww, okay. There's rarely an occasion when I wish for warmer weather in the summer, but this is definitely one of them. We wordlessly walk for a couple minutes when her phone suddenly gives off a short melody. Oh. What's up? It's Monica. She says we're having a meeting tomorrow at the same place. How long has it been since you all met before yesterday? Let me think. 3. 3 what? Oh, sorry. 3 weeks. Almost 3. I met with Monica a few times and with Nat once, but this is the first time we all came together outside of school. That's so. I guess it makes sense since you probably met every weekday in the club. We continue on our way back home. Thanks for going out with me, Ben. It was so much fun today. You really had a good laugh at my expense. Yeah. Are you feeling better? I guess, but I need to change out of my wet clothes. Can I offer some dry humor? Very funny. See you around. Bye, Ben. That really wasn't the ending I expected for today. Spent the rest of my day at home to cheer myself up with hobbies. Man, Tuesday was kind of short. I guess we're going to keep going into Wednesday. What the fuck was that? Buddy, you don't have to yawn. I do it all the time. Wednesday, my dudes. Climb out of bed and drag myself to the bathroom. Water comes out of the toilet, faucet, and shower. No surprises there. They don't do it on their own, only on my command as I go through my morning routine. Coming back to my den, a familiar jingle greets me. I got a text. Most likely from Mom. Faced with an unusual sight. It's not. Yep, from Sayori. Did she lock herself in her bedroom and need me to save her from herself? Hi, Ben. It's Sayori. Just staying home because I'm not feeling well. Don't wet her. Don't worry. I'll get better soon. Probably. You meet the other girls before. Sure to have all the fun. I can't. Weird. I'm the one who falls into the water and she's the one who gets sick. Guess I'll check on her later, but right now I might as well join the others at the park. Maybe Monica will have another game in mind? Maybe Nat made cupcakes again and there'll be some left? Maybe Yuri. I don't know. Has nicer clothes on? Might as well go and find out. So he's not even worried about Sayori after spending the last 2 days with her. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? That's just despicable. The girls are not only still in the park when I arrive, but they're also at the same location. Hi everyone. Oh, hi there. Yep, she does have different clothes on. What about Nat? Oh, it's you again. Can't say I'm surprised to see you again. Yep, hey you. Did Sayori tell you about our little meeting? Yeah, she kinda did. Guess I shouldn't be surprised since they're close friends through the club. Where is she anyway? I share your concern, Natsuki. It's unlike her to miss our meetings without notice. She sent me a text. She said she's feeling sick. Aww, poor thing. If that's the case, I'll check on her later today. I guess Monica really does take good care of her. Don't take it at face value, Monica. It's not like she hasn't faked being sick to get out of something. Do you suppose she has any reason to not attend our current meeting? Beats me. I'm just saying. Why would she pretend to be sick? You mean when she missed a school day? I don't know, maybe she didn't study for a big exam or something. That does sound like something she would do back then. There was this one occasion wherein she agreed to assist me in finding new clothes for spring. Then notified me after I'd been waiting on her for 10 minutes. Consequently, I couldn't go. Maybe she suddenly felt sick? They're not buying it. Monica, as sweet as you are, they're not buying it. Yeah, that's something she would say. At least she didn't steal your food, right? No, I don't recall her doing that. Hello? Don't you remember? She stole my cookie. Yes, I remember. Not looked at me with the intent in her eyes to use me as a designated channel for venting. I was just about to bite down on it when she came up to me from behind and gave me a big old hug. Get this. She swooped down from behind me and snatched it out of my hand like some seagull. She's so engrossed in her own description of the event that she even imitates a seagull gliding with her hand. Natsuki, that's not very... What, not accurate? I even gave her my other cookie. That was all. Whatever. Doesn't matter anymore. I'm just glad she doesn't make those remarks she calls jokes anymore. Doesn't she? She does! Jesus, they really don't seem to like her that much. Jeez. Anyway! Ben, do you have any obligations to tend to at the moment? Cause in case you don't, you could stay for a little longer than you did Monday. You really don't have anything better to do, so why not? Or someone. You think I didn't catch that? I guess I can stay. Wonderful! Stay a while and listen! Stay a while and listen! Okay, Deckard Cain. I'm not sure if that's a reference or not, but I'm taking it as one. You might identify a topic that gets you interested in reading a book or even a tome. No way that is not a Diablo reference. I'm taking that as a Diablo reference. I have a feeling even if one of them sat by my side and guided me through an entire book, the words on the pages wouldn't keep my attention from drifting off. Especially not if they only talked about those printed words. But hey, changed my mind. Now that's a good point to move on to something else. Right, Yuri? Me? Why me? Yuri looks away, but I can see her mouth curving into a meager smile. Aren't you forgetting something, Yuri? Yuri looks at Monica quizzically, as if she's waiting for a prompt to act. The books, Yuri. You said you brought 2 in case somebody else would like to read it, too. Yes, I did. I recently bought a new horror book that I thought you would like, Ben. That's not the reason I bought it. I was gonna buy one anyway. She lets out another sigh. Maybe she needs to rest? I merely went with a story that's been adapted into a game. Oh really now? Or so I've heard. Perhaps it would be a good starting point for you to become involved in literature. I'm sorry if this is a bit sudden. Oh, don't sweat it. What's it about? Let's see. It takes place in a dystopian future where a new war broke society as we know it. A once bustling city became an unearthly concrete jungle that is now inhabited by ghoulish creatures roaming the ruins. The remains of the local populace are forced to live their lives in underground tunnels to escape the deadly radiation on the surface. However, even despite the most dire of circumstances, humans can't escape their nature and squabble over what little remains. It has elements of philosophy mixed into this post-apocalyptic concoction. The occasional fights might be the thing that will keep your attention. Philosophy mixed in? Like quotes from historical people? Ooh, not quite. You see, the writer explores the effects of such a wretched existence on not only society, but the individuals coping with it day by day. As you can imagine, living in the darkness with little to no light, compared to the sunlit days we enjoy, is a terrifying fate that can drive just about anybody to insanity. A recurring theme that skirts the border of coping and embracing insanity are the different cults that are presented in the story. It is a rather negative approach to religion, per se. The book does not portray spirituality itself in a bad light. I only recently started reading it, so my description of it was only what I gathered from a few reviews. In case it piqued your interest, I'll gladly lend you one of my copies. That is, if Monica is okay with you having it first. Yeah, 'cause I know Monica loves her dystopian shit. So, yeah. That's nice of you to offer, Yuri. I'll think about it. I'm glad to hear that. In case you go for it, we could discuss it together. I guess we could. I don't see why not. I haven't really had discussions about books before. You'd have to show me how it's done before we get too deep. I would like that. Her voice got lower both in pitch and volume as she said that. She's nervously fiddling with her hair and visibly starts blushing. Does she always get this excited when talking about books? Monica and Yuri changed the subject to some book I haven't heard about. Until they bring up something that was assigned to us in school or a story with a movie adaptation, I'm stuck with listening. Meanwhile, Nat fumbles around in her little bag and pulls out a cookie that is almost twice the size of her little hand. It's even bigger than my hand. The plastic wrapping makes loud crunchy noises as she rips it open and folds it back to start nibbling on it. Just before she takes the first bite, she notices me eyeing her cookie. Why are you looking at me? Sorry, I just spaced out for a minute. By the way, is that chocolate chip you have there? It's fresh, too. That sounds delicious. It's actually my favorite. My mom used to make it all the time when I was still a kid. Yeah, my mom too. She was great at things like cooking and baking. That must be great. Yeah, it was. Key word being was, buddy. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to eat. Alright. It'd be rude of me to ask directly, but I'd love to take a bite of her cookie. Just by looking at it, I can almost feel the sweet flavor filling my mouth. Well, if it is your favorite, I guess we could share this one time. It's not like we're gonna meet much after this anyway. Oh, I don't know about that. Don't be so presumptuous. You don't know that. You mean that? I don't know if there will be any more meetings this summer. I mean, share it. Yeah, here's your piece. Now let me enjoy mine. Thanks, Natsuki. You're welcome. Now shut up and eat. It's even better than I imagined it would be. Keeping a slow pace is proving to be a challenge as the desire to have it all to myself is beating down on me. Licking my finger, I almost get a sensual feeling. Jolted back to reality after I realized Nat's giving me a weird look. I feel pretty stupid. It's just a cookie. Finished with her conversation, Monica comes up with the same confidence everybody admires her for. Ben, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Ask away. I'm right here. As long as you're not trying to sell me something. Damn telemarketers. It's not like that at all. Do you remember the school festival? Of course I do. It was alright. I didn't see you at our club's presentation. Which isn't surprising given the numbers in attendance we had. That's actually related to what I want to ask you about. Seeing as you're an outsider, what's the impression you have of our club? First thought that comes to mind is that it's full of cute girls from what I've seen, but I doubt that compliment would be received well. Yeah, keep that to yourself, dummy. Well, you still seem like a cool bunch to me. I'm still not excited about reading, so there's that. But you're probably talking about before I met you all. I don't know. It just sounded like a club for people who aren't fed up with reading after all the mandatory studying. Mandatory. That's a perspective I didn't consider. Perhaps people tend to dislike things that are forced upon them, even if it's in their own best interest, don't they? Oh yeah, you're telling me. Oh, I don't have to tell me that. Aha, I should really learn that lesson. You, of all people? You seem more like the kind-hearted leader. You seem more like a kind-hearted leader carrying all of her club members on her hand than a bossy boss. I know exactly what you were gonna say there. Good cutoff. Aha, I'm glad you see me that way. I'm just afraid I would abuse my power if I'm pushed to the edge, you know? But I probably couldn't do that much harm, right? I'm just an innocent little high school girl. I love me a little meta humor. Yeah. Maybe I just don't know her well enough yet. There's something unusual about Monica putting herself down like that.
Anyway, thanks for the input.
Oh, don't mention it.
Okay, everyone. How about we play the acronym game again?
Count me in.
Maybe you'll actually win this time, Ben.
Oh, come on.
I wouldn't want to be left out either. Fantastic. Everyone's on board. Let's get started, shall we?
This time with no Sayori. OS. Breeding system. RGBA. Rare genetic brain acid. Reserved Guinea baboon aid. Red, green, blue, alpha. TGIF. Table grade icing fork. Title, graphic, initial foreshadowing. Thank God it's Friday. True type font. Time theory formula. Team training ferret. UFO. Unidentified flying object. Unsalted flamingo omelet. Good game, Ghost Girl. DDLC. Dogs go, dogs do lousy cooking. Doki Doki Literature Club. Dose dependent liver cream. That's funny. TLDR. Too long, didn't read. So, SFX. Sulfurex. CSB. Chili sauce bowl. Counter shock bolus. Cool story, bro. That was too easy.
I hope you all had fun.
Yeah, I guess.
It was entertaining. Ben?
I'm glad we got to play again.
Me too, Ben. Me too.
The game concludes and Monica announces the winner. Somehow I managed to get most of the votes, which is a surprise, but a welcome one.
Well done, Ben.
Yeah, don't let it get to your head. Thanks, Monica. By the way, did you play this game in the literature club? It seems fitting.
No. In fact, we usually didn't play games with each other.
Sounds like I made the right call by avoiding a boarding club. Damn. Savage.
But don't get the wrong idea. We did plenty of other things. For example, we shared and discussed quite a few of our own poems with each other. Admittedly, it did cause some conflict between us every now and then.
Well, duh, you called me the C word. Wow, Harry, did the argument get so heated you swore at Nat?
No, I would never. It just meant I don't like people calling me cute, okay?
My eyes scan Natsuki for a moment, just to make sure my first impressions don't deceive me. Don't take this the wrong way, but you kind of are.
Wanna try a cute pinch to the gut?
Nat, calm down. Can we go back to talking about literature? Oh, whatever. Thank you. I also finished 20 books, and that's just in the club. Weird flex, but okay. That wasn't meant to be boastful. I'm sorry. Chill out, I'm just messing with you. I like your face when you react to it. I see. There's a short pause in our conversation. As I look over to the three girls in front of me, I'm pleasantly surprised at my mind for gifting me with a non-lewd thought. Ugh! What? What are you doing here, Sayori? Yeah, what about it? Why is Sayori just plastered in front of Monica now? I don't recall seeing any of you that day. Not even Sayori. Did you do any club-related activities for the occasion? You know, some kind of activity for visitors. You don't know about it? Boy, you missed out on the best cupcakes there are. I focused more on creating an enchanting atmosphere for our guests. My intent was to take them to a faraway place through mood lighting and decorations. What exactly did you do?
I painted a banner that was hung over the entrance. Now that she says that, I do recall seeing something like that. Unfortunately, since the banner didn't mention anything about the free cupcakes, I wasn't interested. I also brought my diffuser for essential oils. We covered the windows and lighting was provided by candles spread over the desks. The end result was almost sensual. So, you all sat around with cupcakes and the main focus was on our performance. Why is Sayori just blocking Monica? My eyes widen as my mind fumbles with the possibilities of 4 girls performing and free cupcakes. What did you perform? Our own poems. Jeez, don't remind me of that part. Oh dear, not one of my proudest moments. Well, we can at least agree that Todd's performance was stellar, right? Who is that referring to? Psh, frickin' Todd again? Very much so. Is he one of the club members? God, no! I wish. Sadly, we were not the club he was looking for. In fact, he doesn't even go to the same school anymore. If I recall correctly, he went on to continue his studies in a music school. That reminds me. I'm sorry, everybody, but I should be leaving now. That's a shame. Thanks for organizing this meeting for us. Why do you have to leave so early anyway? I have a final exam in 2 hours. Ben, I appreciate you joining us today. I'd love to stay more and get to know you better. Me too! Yep. Is somebody coming to pick you up? Actually, this time I'm going by bus. Why? Do you want to give me a ride? Oh boy. Focus! Focus! I don't have a car. Oh, too bad. But this is gonna sound so stupid, but I can't back out now. I could accompany you. Please just say no and leave. Do you honestly think she's gonna say no? How stupid are you? Alright. But I'm leaving now, so don't take long to say your goodbyes. Oh, sure thing. They give me a curious look as I turn to leave with the class star. The two of us walk in silence, an awkward one at that. You know, my father's always used to tell me life is like a chocolate box. You never know what you get, right? Nice Forrest Gump reference. No, people just eat the sweet contents and fill the box with some boring stuff, like a sewing kit. That doesn't sound like a good analogy. He has a weird sense of humor. At least he has one. I wish my dad was a bit more like that. Don't tell me you like dad jokes. 'Cause if you do, you're dad to me. God damn it, you idiot! Sorry, it took me a moment to get it. My dad doesn't joke around with me like that. Even on rare occasions when he's proud of my achievements, he sounds more like a school principal giving me a speech about the average student's GPA increasing. I'm sorry, I shouldn't complain like this. No! Please vent! Let it all out! Who am I to whine over these little things, right? It's fine. That's why I'm here, to hear you out. We all have our problems. We're all human. Yeah, human. Sometimes people really make me feel like I'm not. Don't tell me they say you're a female dog.
I'll grab them by their collars and teach them a lesson.
No, you won't.
Yeah, you're right. In all seriousness, what do they say to you then?
It's not really what they say, but rather how they treat me. Most girls are envious of me, but they're all smiles when talking to me. The boys either avoid me, are terribly flustered, or straight up treat me like I'm some prize to be won. On most days, I just push all of this aside and drown myself in work and studies. But sometimes, it's like I'm alone.
What about your mom?
Yeah, Mom. She's a busy woman, always traveling and working on court cases. She wants me to work in the same line of work, citing the fact that she's financially independent. But seeing the dozens of hours spent working and away from home, I find it less appealing year by year. Why don't you just go and study something you love? I wouldn't earn enough to have the same standard of living. Not that earning a lot seems to make my parents happy.
No, dude, this is serious. You don't mess around with this. We sit next to each other on the bus. The whole situation reminds me of the dozens, if not hundreds of occasions that a seat was available next to me and a pretty girl like Monica just walked right past. Now here she is. Too bad she won't stay with me. You don't know that.
Let's change the subject. Why don't you tell me about yourself?
Ooh, where do I start? I was born at the turn of the millennia.
I was born before that.
This isn't a competition, Monica. I bet she's already Tracer, too. For a moment, I think whether it would be worse if I said that and she didn't get that reference, or if she did.
Haha, sorry. Could we skip to the present? You know, like what kinds of things you do in your free time.
Ladies first?
Fine, but I won't let you off the hook just yet.
I should probably save my recording again. Alright?
As you already know, I'm the president of a club.
Yeah, I know.
So that's a handful. I've also started playing the piano last year.
Yep, I know.
Learning it, that is. I'm still taking lessons. I like to go running on a regular basis. Last but most importantly, I read books. Bet you didn't expect that from the president of the literature club.
Should have seen that coming.
How about you? What do you do in your spare time?
You know, typical guy stuff.
Like what?
I see them eyes. With a piercing gaze that's ready to call out my bullshit at a moment's notice. Exactly. Baseless statements, that is. Oh, what do I even say? She's the exact opposite of me. Always productive, while I just kind of waste away. Oh, no, you don't! Piss off with that! Get out of here with that shit! What am I saying? No, I don't. Maybe I can make this work.
Really? Which one?
I don't remember the name of the gym because I just recently started visiting it, but it's a nice area. I used to do it, my workout sessions, at home. Yeah. No, you don't. Just drop the act, you fucking idiot. You're not impressing her.
Oh, this is my stop. See you next time.
Next time?
I'm sure there will be a next time.
There always is with you.
Take care.
Monica waves by before stepping off the bus, and I can feel my face turning red in return. She really has an effect on me. After switching to a different bus, I make my way home. On the way, my thoughts raced all the dumb things I said to Monica. Yeah, you kind of just made yourself look like an idiot. I feel like I made at least one right choice by joining them. It all went surprisingly well. In fact, better than any interaction I had with girls in school. Seeing how friendly they were to me, I think I made a good impression on all of them. Maybe I'll get to know them even more in the future. I hope Sayori will be back for the next meeting. After all, if it wasn't for her, I would have never met them. Still, my thoughts are occupied with Monica. Not that I have a chance. Not with how you decided to lead off the conversation on the bus there. But miracles can happen, right? Daydreaming aside, I have to make up my mind on whether I'm actually willing to start working out. Alrighty then. Been going for long enough. I think we're going to stop at Thursday here for next time. So this was a long part 1, but I'm happy with where we are. So, yeah, that's going to be all for part 1. And until next time, see you guys later.